Tell me about the Terrance Howard shit.
He's a liar.
I said 1 × 1 = 2.
He's a fraud.
Is now we have invented a new form of flight.
Wow.
He said some insane shit on the Joe Rogan program.
Claims he remembers being born.
Yeah, and being in his mother's womb. He's trying to disprove gravity, the Pythagorean theorem. Neil deGrasse Tyson laughed him out of the room, man. He's lied about his credentials, what degrees he's earned.
The thing is when you're this famous, like people can look things up about you,
Yeah.
dog. You're not just at the fucking corner bar with like 3 drunks at a 2 p.m. on Tuesday.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He dropped out of college because he believed 1 × 1 = 2, right? He's disputing 1 × 1 = 1. He doesn't like that because it's lower than 1 + 1 = 2. He also wants to work with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos to fund his hydrogen propeller machine.
What?
That cleans up space waste and space dust or whatever, which sounds cool in theory, but he's full of fucking shit,
I'm like,
dude.
okay, who is Terrance Howard's plug? What's that?
This guy's an actor on Empire.
Yeah.
Like, know your role, dude. Like, stay in your lane.
Do you think that he's trying to do the Cat Williams thing?
Yes.
He's like, Cat Williams got away with it and everybody loved him.
Everyone thinks he's a genius.
Everybody thinks he's a genius.
Terrance Howard apparently has been doing this shtick for a while. We're just hip to it now.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to hear this opening minute, okay? Just so you can get a flavor of what this guy feels like to your psyche.
How did you get started with all this?
I didn't come into this world the way everybody else does. I don't.
Okay, already delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
I didn't enter the world the way everyone else does. Fuck right off.
Yeah, you did. You came out of your mama's
Fuck
twat,
right off.
screaming, crying, pissing yourself, covered in fucking shit and muck like the rest of us schmucks. You ain't no different.
My first memory was almost like when you're dreaming and you're falling and you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb, and I was about maybe 6 months inside the womb.
How do you know? How do you know that you're 6 months? You're like...
Because he feels like it is.
He came through the Matrix. He booted up inside the fucking Terrence baby fetus suit and was like, ding, 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 ding. We're at 6 months right now in the fucking incubator.
And you're like, oh, that's my friend. But I had a different name for it. I didn't know it was my hand. But I knew I had a title for it. Go back to sleep, all of those things. Then ultimately you get ready to come out.
Go to sleep, all of those things.
What are all of those things? You wake up and you go, hi, friend, this is my hand. I do that every morning too. It's called baiting, dog.
Remember being compressed, and you want to panic, but you're flooded with like some serotonin and dopamine.
Bro, it took some fucking acid and had this like weird vision of this, right? Like this wasn't your actual first memory, dog. You like planted that memory after.
Is it possible he's schizophrenic?
Could be.
Well, I don't want to diagnose.
I don't want to diagnose. I would rather think that somebody's just high as hell. To me, it's giving person that's really high trying not to act high because you can tell in his breath and the way he's trying to moderate himself so he's not like. To me, I don't know.
Right.
As somebody who likes to party and then is like, what do you mean? I'm very sober right now. It's like when a drunk person's trying to buy another drink at the bar. Like they sober up instantly and they're like, I would like to order a shot of Jim Beam, please. And then you pour them the shot of Jim Beam. They shoot it and they turn around and they go,
right. Let's just go through the 5 most insane moments. I wanted to go to this Mediaite article to fast forward us through this. Here are some things that are arguably definitely insane.
Okay.
1, there are companies, according to him, developing virtual reality technology that owe him a thank you. Why is that? It's because the entire AR VR world was built off of his first patent that was abandoned. He says. Rogan read from the patent, which is described as, quote, abstract. It covers a system and method of merging virtual reality sensory detail from a remote site into a room environment at a local site.
Sounds like he got high and was like, call my lawyer. I want to get a patent started.
Right. This is him talking about how he invented an augmented and virtual reality technology. He owned the patent cited by 31 companies that developed this, including Amazon, Microsoft, Sony.
You would see my name, inventor, Terrance Howard.
I think you're right. This is like weird, like narcissism stuff, right? Where like he did file these papers, right?
Right.
But it's like your patent's really abstract.
He just wants money from Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk to fund his wild ideas.
Yeah.
Howard says that he, quote, sacrificed himself for Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. was not allowed to audition until Howard called up the producer and offered a portion of his salary to cover the insurance bond for his fellow actor. Howard would ultimately be dropped by Marvel because there was a contract dispute about money, but it's because he had just beat his wife. There was drama about domestic violence, and his pay got dropped from like 8 or 10 million to do the film to like 1 million. And because his agent was like, fuck no, they replaced him immediately with Don Cheadle. That's the story there. 3, Terrance Howard remembers being in his mother's room because he forced himself to remember.
Okay, yeah, see, that's weird. That was...
I was about 6 months maybe inside the room. I'm like, okay, don't forget I'm here. Don't forget. Okay. We're about to kill gravity with his like mathematical theorems because he has a lot of thoughts on gravity and he shared them with Rogan. Quote, we're about to kill gravity. We're about to kill their god, gravity, and they don't want that. That's their god. Their god. You know, the scientific elite.
Got it.
5, Terrance Howard said he lost 3 or 4 jobs for reviewing COVID vax.
Yeah, makes sense.
Those are the nuttiest things. You don't even mention what I think the nuttiest thing is.
What do you think the nuttiest thing?
First of all, he talks about the periodic table of elements and how they should be reorganized into more of like a spiral dynamic shape as opposed to like cubes or whatever, which is like fine, I guess. But then that gets into this weird thing about hydrogen being bisexual. That to me is the weirdest thing he said outside of the math stuff.
Hydrogen's bisexual?
Yeah, let's get to the bisexuality.
Yeah.
Oh, carbon. Sorry. Terrance Howard said carbon is bisexual.
Okay. That's all he said.
So I think what's happening here is he's conflating atomic bivalence with sexuality.
He just misspoke, is what you're thinking.
It's no. He didn't misspeak. He's misunderstanding. So bivalence is when a molecule is formed from 2 or more atoms that bond together. That has nothing to do with whether you're gay or straight. I'm just taking a stab at it.
Or he's just absolutely just bonkers.
Yeah.
And he's saying it with his whole chest and he means it.
Yeah.
But I love that you tried to fill in the dots because that's what you do.
Here.
You try to understand why Miseducation of Lauryn Hill would be the number one.
Yeah, I got chosen for number 1. All right, we get the fucking idea. He's crazy. That's the show. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.